Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I didn't think I'd be on here this fast. After doing the last video, I told you everything was normal and everything wasn't normal evidently. I'm being bombarded with friends that I have in the military to people like you on the channel, sending me all kinds of information from all over the United States. There's news coming in from every angle, but like I tell you, do not fear. Do you see? I have no fear in my voice. I know these events are going to come to pass. I've already seen them. We already know that on here, so always remember, no fear. There's reports, there's major military movements all over the United States. From Ospreys flying in over places, up to 50, 60 of them. There's tanks in Iowa being deployed. I've heard of stuff all the way to Philadelphia. It's also happening in Canada and North Korea. Today, major deployments. Now, I've got a lot of military friends, and they've told me that this is not... They do not have unscheduled tests like this, okay? So if they're going to do a maneuver, they've got to let the town know before they do it. But nothing that's happened. So, what's happening? We don't know. But for some reason, all the militaries in the world have went on call today, and there's major movements. The ones in Canada have been filmed, the ones in California, Iowa, and there's other places. There's more information coming out by the hour, okay? There's a lot of places we don't know of yet. A lot of people probably thought these was, you know, something ordinary. But now we're starting to find out that it's not. Something's happening. Something's got the world's militaries in an uproar. Something's going on. I just don't know what it is. I'm still getting tons of reports in from crazy little towns out in the middle of nowhere where the military is deploying there also. It seems to be a lot of it's on the West Coast and up into Canada. North Korea has went on alert. We just don't know what it is. We don't know what's caused it. But some reason there's been a major deployment, especially on the West Coast. There is reports coming out of different things on the East Coast also, but we haven't got those reports yet. I've just got, until I get them confirmed, I'm not going to bring them to you. But the ones in Iowa, California, Canada have been confirmed. These are not past videos. These are recent videos. And the reason I tell you that is because Fox is trying to buy all of them. That also tells me this is not routine. This is not an exercise. If Fox is trying to buy these people's material off Twitter and off internet, that is a sign that even Fox has no clue what's happening, but they want to get it on the news. So this is not a test. This is not some kind of war game that they're doing. It's not just here. It's in other countries. Something's happening. We don't know what it is. Nothing to fear. Like I've told you, we have Jesus. We have nothing to fear. But this is very important that something's going on. We just don't know what it is. So this right here is going to be like breaking news. You know, Lisa Boyce has already come out with it. Marfugel, they're at Adam and Marf. They're at Marfugel. Have already come out with some really stunning information. Louis, I can't never think of his channel's name. But he's had some videos on it. He broke it. So there's quite a few, and these are recent videos. Let's see. I'm trying to think if anybody else has broke this story. I think there's only 4 of us now. There might be more. But I wanted to get it out there because there's a lot of you guys out there on the West Coast. If you see or hear anything odd, if you see a lot of military, let us know. Definitely out in the comments. Make sure you put your prayer request in there too. Always put your prayer request. Any video we do, make sure they're there. But what really got my attention, but after I'd done the first video, I was out here spraying weed killer around the bridge. My neighbor was out here talking to me, and we had helicopters flying over us. I'm like, that's kind of odd. And we've had that a lot, but usually you don't see it in the daytime like that. But they was just flying around. They took a pass, come back around, and we thought, you know, it's not Health Net. But that happened today with all this stuff happening. And they showed one town in California where you couldn't see the sky for the Ospreys deploying troops. One town, they was actually flying in on parachutes. This was not a test or a drill. It was not an exercise. The town had no clue what was happening. But these Ospreys was letting people drop out in parachutes. Something's happening. We just don't know what it is yet. It's nothing to fear. These are our American boys and women. Something has got the government on watch. We just don't know what it is. So keep your eyes out there. Keep your eye on the sky. Stay frosty. Like I said, no fear. I wanted to get on there because everybody's going to scare people to death with this information. And we have nothing to fear. That's one thing I always tell you. When you have Jesus, you don't fear any of these events to come. We know they're coming. We know the rapture's coming. We know it. So this doesn't surprise us whatsoever. It's like, oh, it's Monday. That's another Monday. Because, you know, when you work for God, you already know what's happening. And we do. We know this is another sign. But something's going on. Wouldn't even take it very seriously until I found out North Korea, Canada, and all of them have become aware, and they're scrambling military too. So whatever's happens big, hopefully it's one day closer to us getting out of here. Maybe tonight, hopefully. I need a new body because mine wore out from moving all this junk. I definitely need my new body now, Lord Jesus. I definitely need it now. Thank each and every one of you being here. Like I said, keep your eyes on everything. If you hear any more reports, Danny sent that to Bonnie. So if you hear anything, just make sure you put in the comments. We'll browse over that when we can. But there's definitely a lot of things. There's tanks rolling out in Iowa on the 4-lane. Something's definitely up. Could this be the attack that I've said that will come? I hope not. I hope we're out of here before it happens, but Lord only knows. Something's going on, especially in the Pacific on the West Coast. If you are on the East Coast or down in the South or even up in the Northeast, if you see anything similar to this, let us know. We don't have any reports coming out of any major military movement on the East Coast. It seems to be all centered around the West Coast and up into Canada and in North Korea. So if you live anywhere else but the West Coast and you're seeing something very strange, paratroopers flying out of the sky, Black Hawks flying over, Ospreys, or tanks being deployed in your town, make sure that you let us know. Because that's definitely, it would be a sign that, and I hate to say this, you remember we talked about these surveys taking place quite a bit, okay? I wonder if this has anything to do with all them surveys that have been done by the military. I wonder if the surveys have stopped and now they've deployed. That's something we'll have to watch in the next couple of days. Just definitely keep your eyes open, okay? Today is Saturday. I thought this would probably, I'll be honest with you, I was expecting this yesterday, not today. It is a 3-day weekend. Today, Sunday, and Monday are all holidays. So, something's definitely happening. I just don't know what it is yet. If anybody gets any information, any of my military members on here, the military members I'm hearing from right now are saying that this is not an exercise. They have to inform the towns that there's an exercise going on, so don't freak everybody out. And that, so far, from our information, they've not got any kind of warning that this was going to happen. Even the town that was paratroopers flying from the sky, falling into the town. Something's up. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Share, subscribe, like this video. I will probably be back on if I hear anything else, because this is a big story. And I don't want us to be behind on it. But I'll keep you informed of everything. I've got a lot of resources, a lot of people from all over the world on here. So if I hear anything else, any kind of movements, I will be back on, unless the internet goes. I love each and every one of you. If I don't see or hear from you again, I'll see you in heaven.